Ted Lasso. As it happens, we keep seeing. we're going through with more episodes, although the first few had elements and probably will insist on them right now, in the sense that we need to be optimistic. It's not what happens, it's what you make of what happens. Then there is nothing either bad but thinking makes it so, Shakespeare, Hamlet. And then finally, the mind is its own place. You can make heaven out of hell or hell out of heaven. So, Milton, is it? Be a merit finder, not a fault finder. That's what Talton Jahar, Harvard professor, keeps saying in his most popular courses ever in the history of Harvard, lectures on positive psychology. So there we go. Besides, this is the interesting thing in Ted Lasso, I would say. I'm not sure it's such a wonderful comedy. I mean, I'm laughing now, but I don't think I've ever laughed. I'm laughing at my own humor. Just playing games here. With the knowledge now that we have unlikes, but we have reactions. So go ahead, unlike, because it's interesting. We've been doing this for a long time. We never had unlikes, but we never had anybody watching. So that's great. It's a reaction. Besides, we're provoking it. We're putting more Trump material inside. We're just playing games. Again, we're having fun, as it's obvious. We're not laughing at that, so we're laughing at this. Games people play, by the way, is classic of psychology. Everybody. So it is an interesting character. I don't go for that southern accent attitude, although it takes the affability, the hospitality, the good manners, the lightness, the calm, which we've seen actually praised in some movies with the South, but in particular it will come to me, I hope. Later in the program. If not, well, there it is. Gone with a Woman. Gone with a Woman. Margaret Mitchell. Anyway, and of course, one of the best movies ever made, even if it fits in a closet. It has to do with the attitude, the other side of the South, of course, before, during the Civil War, slavery, and then with the film, attitudes, racism and attitudes towards African Americans, which were people that were called differently at the time, badly abused. So, coming back. He has this good fellow profile, not best in Goodfellas. Are you laughing at me? Not the Joe Pesci, not the Goodfellas, as in Made Men, Mafia, and Martin Scorsese, a classic, one of the best 5, top 10 movies ever made. So he has this, in the beginning, absurd position, incredible. I mean, you don't buy that in the Premier League. They bring in this coach who has no training, has no knowledge of soccer. He trained people playing football, you know. So he doesn't have a strategy. But then, okay, it's made credible. you go along with the idea because the owner wants to destroy the game. So that's the team. So that's the reason, to take revenge on her ex-husband. And so with that, okay, well, maybe we can understand that supporters, everybody calls him wanker, and this clash of cultures and that it can be funny for some people. I still don't do. So this aspect, maybe I abandon the humor, what humor. But it's the ways in which he is a role model. The fact that he tries to build a team. He talks of making all, each and every one, the best they can be. I don't care about winning. Again, we don't buy that. I mean, maybe he doesn't, but you can't have that attitude in a real world. No. Well, maybe you could for this series, and it won Best Comedy Series. He gives them books to read. That's improbable, unlikely, impossible, as it is now. But then brings the best in them, even in Pratt, the very good Claire, who is an awful human being for some time, until, well, Ted Lasso comes in and he's pushing some buttons and he changes the man, maybe. And to end with, extraordinary things can happen in real life, and I'm thinking now at the example of Rashford, Marcus Rashford, the number 10 from Manchester United. It's good on the field. Well, maybe he had some shortcomings because United were not doing fine until recently. I don't know about now. I mean, now I think they've improved a little, still. But off the pitch, fantastic. He was decorated by the Queen, the late Queen, yesterday at the state funerals, and did amazing, fabulous things. So Rashford, Ted Lasso, there you go. You can have unique characters like that, real life and in fiction.